Philip,
Daniel,
I have a story for you.
is it only need to know?
I don't know what that means, but
Okay.
I do a lot of driving for work, right?
Okay.
So I have seen quite a few wrecks lately.
Are you an aficionado at driving?
I am, yes, actually, and I kind of
What a weirdo.
yeah, okay. So I see a lot of wrecks, and I was on the highway the other day when I come across there's like this dividing thing on one of the highways over to the right. What are you grinning about?
I was just thinking about something.
Okay. There's like
I'm just going out there and cheesing the day.
What's wrong with you? I'm trying to tell you a story that may have been the death of somebody on the highway.
Sometimes they're here today and gone tomorrow.
Now I feel like you're making puns, but I don't get them.
Never mind, it's too cheesy. Hey, Daniel.
Hey, Philip.
How's it going?
Pretty good. What's new with you?
Tired.
What is today? What is this? What are we doing?
Classic countdown conversations where we count down the best
And the worst that pop culture
has to offer.
Hey, that was a weird one. Usually we're pretty in sync with that, but I didn't know what you were going to say and what you weren't going to say.
I was tired of it. Just tired of it.
You're making car puns now?
Car pun.
So last episode, I feel like we got some good backlash about last episode.
Backlash?
Well, good feedback. Sorry, that was the word I meant.
Yeah.
People like the food episodes.
The
pizza. Which is good that you guys liked it, because without us knowing that was going to be your reception, and without you knowing what we were going to do and having that reception, this episode and next episode are going to be pizza-centric.
Pizza.
Oh, yeah. We already talked about that, though.
Yeah. Well, more pizza.
Did you know there's a Canadian brand of a Canadian place called Pizza?
I think you talked about it on the podcast.
Did I? Okay.
Last time.
It's basically the Canadian version of Little Caesars.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah.
That actually brings up something I wanted to talk about.
Oh.
Specifically, well, like kind of about our whole show.
Okay.
All 90 whatever episodes, and moving forward, however many episodes we do, but also these next two episodes, or I guess today's episode in general, and last week's. This is a U.S. show. This is a show.
This is
about
for people in the United States.
Yeah, and we know like we had a big following in Philippines, and that's great. I'm glad that you guys listen to us. But me and Philip aren't too well versed outside the United States.
It's not that we don't like y'all.
No, we love all other countries,
but mostly America.
But mostly America. We talk about things that we know, and that is things that like our home country produces,
and mostly Ohio, and then after that, mostly Dayton centric things. Yes,
sometimes Canada, because I've spent some time in Canada. But yeah, so I wanted to lay that out there, that this show is usually about U.S. things, but also this week's episode and last week's episode are U.S. chains for pizzas. Maybe there's a, like I just brought up Pizza for Canada.
Right.
Don't know where that would have fit, because we usually just focus in on the United States of it all. So just wanted to lay that out there, because I know that like when we rank like movies and stuff, there's probably tons of foreign movies that would also qualify for things, but we just aren't too well versed in that stuff. Talk for a second.
Yeah. Well,
I just wanted to make sure that your levels were good.
Oh,
We
wow.
we hadn't really checked.
We hadn't checked. I had moved him. I had moved him since last time, so it's fine.
Do we sound good?
Sounds great. That's why I got my headphones on now.
Okay.
I know what to do.
So yeah, I just wanted to lay that out there. Last week we talked about the fast foods, the fast food pizza places, and this week we're talking about
Sit down places that are chains.
also United States and the United States.
Yeah, in the U.S.
So, is there anything you want to clear up? I cleared up something.
No, I think we've got something we will clear up.
But it's in a few slots.
A few slots.
I'm gonna go without using my list again. I think I memorized it.
I don't like that. Shall I go first?
Well, we need to say the thing about we have 5. What? You're always sighing at me.
Sighing.
If I didn't talk,
This show wouldn't exist.
it wouldn't exist. We know from previous examples that when I'm not on the episodes, it lasts for that episode's like 9 minutes or something.
There's also one where you weren't there.
There's one where I wasn't there and you talked to yourself the entire time as if I
think
was
that
there.
was like 30 minutes.
That one was long. But the one with you and Ethan was like 9 minutes or something. But also Ethan said hardly anything.
Ethan just laughed at me.
Well, I think we kind of just threw him. We're like, hey, you're going to be on this one.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Speaking of Ethan, stay tuned for a couple episodes. Maybe we'll have another guest star.
Maybe.
So yeah, we have 5 restaurants that are U.S. chains that Philip and I have not had. That when we were looking up our list, we always do our research and we see like what are other people ranking things as, what are places we're missing,
Right.
and there were 5 places that tended to be popular U.S. chains that Philip and I just haven't had because they're not super readily available to us.
That's right.
So we wanted to go ahead and give those some just desserts. Some just. What are those, Philip?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I sent them to you.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Wow, look at that.
there you go.
Look at that.
And I'll let you say them all.
Shakey's. What's this one about?
I don't know. I just saw it. It was one of the highest profitable chains. So.
Shakey's. Old Chicago Pizza and Tap Room. Hungry Howie's.
Which is the, as of 2018, the 11th most profitable pizza chain
Nice.
in the country. So
Very hungry for Howie's. Round Table, which is like adult Chuck E. Cheese.
yeah, it has like a King Arthur theme,
Yeah, something like that. And Giovanni's.
which Philip and I might be able to try here in the near future.
Where's this one?
This one's in this. We have one in Fairborn.
Okay.
I think there's also. So I think I've had a sub from Giovanni's with Olivia,
Oh,
but I've not had the pizza there. So
well, that sucks.
yeah, I know,
Why would you do that? Why would you get a sub?
because she said the subs here are amazing.
Were they?
I remember liking the bread a lot.
Huh.
So,
Interesting choice, Olivia.
Philip
to go
and
to a
I-
pizza shop.
this was back when we were dating. I don't know if she fully understood my pizza love at that point. She understands it now.
She understands now. Don't get in between Daniel and his pizza.
But yeah, me and Philip are taking a little field trip,
Hopefully.
hopefully here in the next week or so, to where we might be able to try some Giovanni's.
Maybe so.
So maybe next week we'll be able to fit this into an actual slot. I don't know, but for now, for today, here's our list.
There we go. Okay.
What is number 10, Philip?
CC's Pizza.
Now, I've never had CC's, so you're gonna have to
You've never had it?
talk me through this
It's
one.
bad pizza.
Okay. Okay.
That's small and all you can eat.
Yeah.
So it's like I think the one that we used to have was it used to be a Ponderosa, also an all you can eat
Okay.
type of place.
I've also a place I've never eaten at.
Yeah, well, you're not missing out.
Okay.
So other than that free ice cream, well, it's not free. You buy it, but the ice cream at the end is pretty rad. Anyway, it's like, yeah, it's just a bunch of different pizzas.
I remember commercials where there was a pizza with macaroni on it.
Yeah. Yep. They have weird ones
Yeah.
to try to entice you to come in. And you're like, why did I do this?
Why did I eat,
Why did I get bad pizza?
why did I eat this garbage?
As you can tell, we were struggling to get 10 pizza places. CC's, though, has a special place in me and Daniel's heart.
It does. It does.
Because of a podcast that we listened to
Yes.
that I may or may not have quoted in the last description of our last episode.
If you read that, you're like, what? That's an inside joke.
So if you search for that description, you'll probably figure out what that's from. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah. We don't want to broadcast or give any freebies to a
no free
podcast that's way more successful than ours. So CC's has a special place, even though I've never eaten at it before. However, I've made a little thing to myself, a little promise to myself.
Oh.
That on my last day at my current job, whenever that is,
you'll get CC's?
Man, I hope that on my last day I have that run. I hope that I have to go down that way. I didn't think about that.
Oh. So you're saying you're gonna not ever come back? You're just gonna steal a van and go to CC's and just die a happy man?
No. So I delivered to a place down in Claremont, Ohio, which is down almost to Kentucky.
Okay.
And I always see a CC sign.
Okay.
But I've never seen the building. I only see the signs. I don't know where it's at. But I've always said, you know what? On my last day, I'm gonna take my lunch break
at little CC's
because I'm technically supposed to take a lunch break every day, but I don't.
Why wouldn't you take a lunch break?
So that I don't have to stay 30 minutes later.
Oh,
I eat while I'm driving.
I see.
But we're supposed to take a break, so I will on my last day of work, I'll take the company's policy to heart, and I'll take my break and I'll go to CC's Pizza.
I guess they don't care. You took your lunch.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not doing anything that I shouldn't be doing, unless if CC's takes like 3 hours,
or unless you're not supposed to be eating in the car.
I do that every day.
Well, I mean, are you supposed to though?
Who knows?
Reckless driving.
No. I'm a pro at it now. But yeah, CC's. I'm sure that there's probably some good pizza at CC's.
I haven't had it.
Have you ever had just like a plain cheese pizza from them?
Yeah, I don't remember the bread or the cheese or the sauce tasting good.
Interesting.
I was a kid. I was a kid, and it probably depends on what high school chef is making these pizzas in the back.
I feel like if you didn't like it as a kid, you will not like it as an adult. I feel like kids like pizza just because it's pizza.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe we should have put Chuck E. Cheese at the spot.
Maybe.
No, it's fine. Watch me eat CC's and I come back on the podcast. I'm like, Phil, this should have been number one.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
You might.
It's nebulous for now.
Yeah. Now on to a much better pizza.
Yes, number 9. This list is kind of a throwback to our Christmas specials list. Because our number 10 on that was the Star Wars Holiday Special, which is horrible.
Just trash.
Yeah. I remember our old episodes more than I remember our new ones, our lists. I feel like we put so much like
thought and effort and time
study and research into the older ones. And then like as the show goes along, it'll be like 7 o'clock at night. And we're like, oh, you want to record in 20 minutes? Fine, let's do it. And we just do it.
No, we don't do that.
No, actually, this list and next week's list. Well, next week's list, we're doing like a whole freaking trip to do that one. But I did text Philip like a day after we recorded last time's episode. And I was like, hey, we need to do this. So we've been planning on this one for a little bit.
I thought about this one. I didn't write anything down, but I did think about it.
In your brain, though.
Yeah.
Okay, number 9 is Costco pizza.
Ooh. Who would have thought?
I wonder if people have had Costco pizza.
I feel like when you think of pizza, you do not think of Costco. And the only reason we thought about it was because I saw an ad for Costco pizza.
But that list that we found, the 2018 list, it's not on there. But I think as of the last couple years, it's become one of the most profitable pizza places.
I'm sure it is. Costco knows how to make money.
And it's pretty cheap, right?
It's very cheap for what it is. I mean, it's huge pizza.
It is very big.
It's a big old pizza.
And it's good. We were talking before we started recording. It's not going to blow your mind good.
No.
But it's like just solid pizza.
The bread's good.
The bread's good. If you want a pizza party,
it's the pizza to get.
Maybe a Little Caesars for cheapness. For cheapness sake. But if you want cheap and quality, and quantity, Costco might be the way to go.
Yeah,
with that.
The problem is that they're big slices, and so you're feeding. You're probably, people are like, oh, I've only had one slice.
They think they can eat more.
They think they can eat more. Therefore, you got to spend more.
I've been at a Costco thing. We had a youth event where we got Costco pizza.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that. I was like, oh, I've only had 2 slices.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get through my 3rd slice.
That's because it's a lot of pizza.
It's so big. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking like, this isn't dine-in. It is.
Yeah, you can't deliver that.
You can't deliver it. I think you can get it to go.
Yes, you
do. But you still have to wait there.
Gotta sit there.
I don't know. I definitely feel like this fits more in with a dine-in place than a fast food
There's
joint.
no app.
There's no app.
No app to get your pizza.
You have to be a Costco member.
Got to be a member.
That's something special.
That is a little special. Maybe I should do a pizza place that you got to be a member.
You have to be a member. I feel like people will be bamboozled and they'll be like, oh, membership. Of course I'll do that. It's got to be good pizza.
Got to be good.
But Costco is. It's good, solid pizza. I'd give it like a B-.
We were talking, it's kind of like the Domino's of pizzas.
Yeah, what do we say? We're like, you'll never be disappointed by Domino's.
Yeah.
It's always there. It's good.
But you'll never go out of your way.
You're not going to rub it all over your chest when you're eating it.
As you do.
As you do with Pizza Hut stuffed crust. Yeah, Costco. What was the first time you had Costco? Because I vividly remember the first time I did.
It was with Corey.
Yeah, was it in their old house in the basement?
In the basement that eventually flooded.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Is that the one that we moved the piano out of? No, that was a different house.
Yeah. Anyway, Corey showed us the way of Costco pizza.
He was,
and I don't remember. It's funny. I don't remember liking it as much. It's like the more you have the Costco pizza, the better it gets.
Yeah, I think I agree. It's pretty floppy.
It's a floppy, not quite New York style.
It's doughy.
Yeah,
but it is big and it's tasty.
It's very soft crust.
Yeah, but you can also get frozen ones, which are also cheap. They taste different.
They have Costco branded frozen pizzas?
I think so.
Oh, I've never had that.
Pretty sure.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we've had it at House Church before.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So yeah, good stuff. So number 9. What's number 8? Yeah.
La Rosas.
Ooh.
A little Cincinnati.
It is. I actually did some research on how La Rosas started.
Tell me about it.
And I'm going to forget a lot of the details because I did this like 3 weeks ago.
Can I guess?
Yes. Yeah.
All right. Frank La Rosa.
Sure.
Started in 1986.
Hold on. Keep talking.
1968. I feel like I've seen those numbers.
Either 86
or 68. I feel probably closer to 68. Those pictures are like black and white. In Cincinnati, he started his own little pizza shop in Cincinnati, Ohio, called La Rosa's Pizza. He wanted a sweet sauce on a good pizza, and he created it. Him and his wife created the sauce. He created the dough, and together they made a beautiful pizza. And they also created beautiful children who now run and own the business. The end of the story of La Rosa. And then also they decided to put it at Kings Island and make it a completely different type of pizza.
Yeah, it doesn't taste the same. It does, but it doesn't. It's weird. It's like if you were to have, I don't know. It's like have pumpkin spice can be in like many different things.
Yes.
It's like it's the same taste,
But it's different.
but a different thing. So you're gonna like this. You're gonna like his name,
Okay.
Buddy LaRosa.
Oh, Buddy, of course. I knew it was Buddy.
Not Frank, but Buddy LaRosa. Agreed. This is just off of Wiki, so this could be wrong.
Probably not.
Agreed to help his mother and aunts sell pizza at their church festival
Wow.
in the summer of 1953. So you were wrong.
None of the right.
Yeah.
I mean, I got 19 right.
You got the 19. You didn't say 18 or 2000. Buddy is of Sicilian heritage,
Me too.
and pizza was familiar in his home. But yeah, so he started. It was a church festival. And then let's see here. Where did I read They're like the official.
Cincinnati pizza.
Basically, hold on.
Get it at the Reds.
Community
Get it at the
involvement.
Bengals. Get it at the Dragons. Get it at any of the sportsy places in Ohio. And everybody will be happy. I wonder if there's a Columbus-based pizza. Probably Cleveland, certainly. I'm not good at filling the dead air.
I know. I'm sorry. There was a cool thing where it's. Shoot, I'm just gonna make it. Oh.
You can do it, Daniel. You've got it.
Oh. I'm just gonna make it up. I'm not gonna make it up. I'm gonna go off of memory for this one.
Okay.
They are the official pizza supplier of Kings Island,
Okay.
Coney Island.
Okay. Cincinnati, Coney Island.
Yeah, the Cincinnati Coney Island, not the New York one. Yeah. Or New Jersey, wherever that's at. Children's Hospital.
Okay.
I think the Reds Stadium
I think it's the Reds, yeah.
and Bengals Stadium.
That makes sense,
And
too.
I think one other either sports place or like just a thing that's only in Cincy.
Nice.
So they have like the market
They
on Cincy.
true capitalists.
Yeah, and that's cool. It's cool that on that 2018 list of like the top 100 pizza places,
Are they in there?
they are. I think they were like in the 30s or something. But it's like,
Okay.
yeah, and they've branched out quite a bit.
Yeah, how far out do they go? I'm assuming they're just in the Midwest.
It's under 10 states, but still, I think they have like 3,500 stores or something like that.
Dang.
That might be
That
way
sounds
too many.
way too many.
Yeah, I think it is now that I say it out loud. That's like McDonald's level places. But yeah, lots of different locations. Their pizza, however,
I'm listening.
it's good. It's good pizza.
Yeah.
But I like when I go to La Rosa's, I get their calzones.
Yes. Me too.
But their pizza has grown on me. I think it's because in my brain, they're the Kings Island place. And I've probably thrown it up more times than not at Kings Island, you know?
That's 65.
That's what I said.
3,500.
I said 35 plus 30. So
I misheard you. I'm sorry.
yeah, sorry about that. I don't know
65's a
I don't know where 3,500 came from.
I don't
think
know.
I was doing research on different pizza places, so I probably just like wires got crossed at some point. No, yeah. So their pizza's grown on me because I've had it at actual La Rosa's lately.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, okay, this is actually better. It's better when it's not at Kings Island, in my opinion.
I'd be curious to go to the original location, see what it tastes like
Yeah.
versus a Dayton one.
But their sauce is great. It's that sweeter sauce, which you did bring up.
Yeah.
But if you ever go to La Rosa's and you're not super in the mood for pizza, get a calzone.
Which is a pizza in half.
It is pizza. I had this hot take one time on the show, and you got genuinely mad at me. I was saying that I said that pizza, calzones, and mozzarella sticks are basically the same food because they are. It's bread, cheese, and sauce.
Calzone and pizza. Yeah.
A mozzarella. If you take a mozzarella stick and dip it in sauce, it's basically cheese pizza. It's bread, cheese, and
I guess it
marinara.
is bread. Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, so get a calzone if you're not in the mood for pizza. But apparently, can I tell a story
Of course.
about
you
La
can.
Rosa's?
Yeah.
And it probably won't translate well
Okay.
to an audio medium.
My favorite.
Yeah, I love it. I know you love it when I do things that aren't good
Yeah.
for listening.
Yeah. My favorite.
Your favorite. So I went out on a triple. It was just three of us on a triple boy date. It was me, Andrew Blutzinger, and Andrew Haynes.
The best type of triple boy dates.
And then we met up with Devin later on in the night. So I guess it was a
Quadruple
double
boy.
date at that, or a quadruplet date at that point.
Uh-huh.
But me and the Andrews, we went to La Rosa's up on at Cross Point.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when I'm with the Andrews, I know that I'm going to have to be the one that like talks, be an adult. I have to be the one that's the adult in the group when I'm with them.
I see. I know how that is.
So when
Being the mostly older man
yeah.
of the bunch.
When it's me and you're the adult. When
I'm
it's
the
me and
adult,
the Andrews,
yeah.
I'm the adult. So I had a gift card, and what we were going to do is we were going to get a large pizza and a calzone, because their calzones come in three pieces.
Oh, 3 pieces.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
They have
well,
good ricotta cheese in there.
They do. It's really good.
That's what makes it good.
So I was like, okay, we'll split a large pizza and we'll split a calzone, and that'll it did. It filled us up. But the waitress comes over and she's like, okay, what do you guys
Sounded
have?
like you just said the witches.
The witches came over. They're like, they're on their brooms and stuff. And she's like, "What do you have, my pretty?" And I was like, "Well, we'll do a large pizza." And she goes thin, or she said, "What kind of crust?" I was like, "What kind do you have?" And she said, "Thin, pan, or hand tossed."
Yeah.
And I kind of look at the Andrews, and they just look at me vacantly. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'm the one that's going to make the decision here.
Yeah. Tell us, Daddy.
Yeah. So as I start saying, I think I said pan.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I said hand tossed. No, I lied. I said pan.
Okay.
But when I say that, Andrew Blutzinger starts saying thin crust.
Oh, no.
So I turn, because he's sitting next to me, I turn to him to let him reiterate what he said.
Yeah.
But instead of him doing that, he reiterates what I said. And he says pan, but I thought he said hand. So as in hand tossed. So I was like, hand tossed? And it's just silence. And I was like, I guess hand tossed. And then she's like, all right. She takes her order, walks away. And Andrew's just like, I wanted thin. I'm like, what the heck? I thought you said hand. And he said, no, I said pan because that's what you said. And so him and I are like bickering, and Andrew Haynes is just like dying laughing because he was like sitting across from us. So there's a funny little mix up there. It was much funnier like in the moment.
I'm sure it was very quick, too.
It was like a blink of an eye type of thing.
That's awesome.
But I'm glad you laughed more than I thought you would.
Oh, I'm tired and ready to laugh. Always ready to laugh.
All right. Number 7.
Yeah, what's number 7? Do you know? Do you remember?
Uno's?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
You memorized it.
Ironically, it's not number uno.
It should have been, I guess,
Yeah.
just for clarity.
You talk about Uno's because it's been a long time since I've had it.
The only Uno's I remember going to, actually, I think one time we went to Uno's in Chicago, which is hilarious thinking back about that.
That's like getting Sbarro's in New York City.
Actually, it might have been that it was the original Uno's.
Okay, that's
different.
That's understandable.
My parents aren't crazy like that. Anyway, so we used to go to the one downtown Dayton.
Yes,
Right by the
yes.
Schuster Center.
Yep.
Or whatever it was back then. It's good. It's Chicago style pizza.
Mm-hmm.
You got to wait a long time for them to come out.
Makes
It's
sense.
fun. It's a good little atmosphere. I like it.
Yeah.
It's just a normal Chicago style pizza.
Yeah.
I don't think that their crust is all that great.
Okay.
It feels like kind of almost like too light, if I remember right.
I feel like of the deep, and I'm sorry if you don't like deep dish because we're gonna have a couple more deep dish places on
Yeah.
here. Of the deep dish chains, it's called Uno's Bar and Grill.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the most broad one.
Yeah, you've got some more options there.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna make this appeal to the most people possible. So I
Yeah.
wonder if they change up the crust a little bit to try to appeal to
Get
more-
everybody.
Yeah.
I might actually not be thinking of Uno's. I might be thinking about BJ's.
Oh, they have pizza there.
They have deep dish pizza there. I think I just crossed the wires.
BJ's isn't like a pizza place, though.
Not at all. It doesn't deserve
Yeah.
to be in this list. I just remembered a deep dish pizza, and I thought that was it.
Okay, gotcha. Oh, you're saying the crust.
Yeah.
Okay, but you have had Uno's, though.
I had. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Uno story begins in Chicago in
you're-
1943 when Ike Sewell, not Mr. Uno, developed deep dish pizza and opened a new type of restaurant at the corner of Ohio and Wabash.
Well, that's funny.
That is funny.
We live in Ohio.
It's buttery, out of this world crust, so I don't think it's the one that I'm thinking of.
Okay.
It's got a tall edge like a fruit pie, and it bakes for nearly an hour, which
Jeez.
sounds about right.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's got to be crusty if they're cooking it for that long.
Probably. Yeah, you probably done mixed it up.
Yeah,
I do feel like, though, it is the most broad of the places.
yeah,
though.
because they also have thin crust pizza now.
Okay,
And
yeah.
what are you doing? That's not your heritage.
You know what's funny? I think Chicago locals don't like the deep dish as much as thin.
Oh,
It's like I think they started out with their deep dish that was like Chicago style,
yeah.
and then they started integrating thin into it, and Chicago people were like, "Oh yeah, thin's good." But when people think of Chicago style and they go visit Chicago, they're like, "Oh, the deep dish is the Chicago
deep
style."
dish. The deepest of the dishes. Please.
Yeah, but I've heard though that their deep dish is what they should be proud of in Chicago. I think Chicago natives just get annoyed that that's kind of what they're known for. But I've heard that is what you should get in Chicago.
It's like they're saying, like, I'm more than just deep dish pizza.
Yeah, but really they're not.
But you're not.
You're not.
You should know your place, Chicago.
You have the second most popular pizza style after New York and maybe Naples, but
New York.
New York.
What's a Chicago accent?
It's close. It's like somewhat similar
Chicago?
to
Chicago.
It's kind of like a
Milwaukee.
accent.
Yeah.
I
In between
don't think
Milwaukee
it's
and Michigan.
It's not as thick. Milwaukee's in Wisconsin.
I said between.
Oh.
Excuse you.
Sorry, I thought you said Milwaukee, Michigan. I was like, no. It's in Wisconsin. That's where Red Letter Media is
I know.
located. So yeah, Uno. My main thing about Uno is I had it at a young age, and I was like, I bit into it, and I didn't realize that the sauce is chunky.
Oh.
I was like,
You don't like chunky sauce, huh?
I have come to like it on deep dish because that's what it is.
Yeah.
I like it when it's less chunky, when it's not like big
Okay.
chunks that just fall down my throat,
Excuse my dog.
Yeah, Metzger's in the studio with us
I
today.
hate Metzger.
No.
Stop licking me.
Oh, he's
you
such a
don't
sweet
need
boy.
Pets.
But then I had it again later on in life. I was like, oh, okay, I understand now. It's good. But there's two other places that I think are a bit better.
There we go.
There's also another famous deep dish place that I can't remember the name of it. Throw that in the honorable mentions.
Okay,
I don't
okay.
care.
I feel like Uno's is really good, and I think it would be higher if it was like more traditional. I think so.
Okay.
It doesn't hold its ground,
Yeah, it's almost like embarrassed to
Yeah.
be Chicago.
and it's not. It shouldn't be.
Hey, Metzger. All right. What's number 6?
Number 6 is
Well,
something. I think we need to invite these two boys in.
I think we have a couple special guests.
A couple of. Oh my gosh! Oh my god!
Hey, Tommy!
Hey!
Oh,
hey! How's it going?
Pretty good. We're actually just about ready to bring in 2 other guests.
What
that you've
the?
never- I don't think you've ever met them before. Are you excited to meet them?
No. There's other. I get mad when you bring other people on the show. I'm just for me.
Oh, but here they are. Well, hello there.
Oh my. Okay, what do you got, sweet tea? Why does it look like pee?
I got my wife's sweet tea right here.
All right, I'm out of here.
It is the best sweet tea you'll ever have. You want a sip, Tommy?
I think that he done left us.
He did leave, I guess. All right.
He came and he went. It's weird.
And you know what else is weird is that they only call us in when they make mistakes on this podcast.
Very strange.
I'm glad that they found.
Hold on. I need the sweet tea.
Oh. That is what gives me life. That is what gives me the desire to get out of bed every morning.
I don't just piss it. I sweat it and I bleed it.
That is probably the most disgusting thing that we've ever said on this podcast, even though we don't come on very often.
All right, I guess I'm sorry.
Hey, you should be sorry about that. Jedediah is my name. Your name is Jebediah. Jebediah.
Yes, Jedediah.
These handsome boys the
most
handsome boys we have ever met that host this podcast. Say hello to the microphones, boys. Oh yeah, hey, we've been talking this whole time. Get out of here. Just go sit down in the corner until we do our job.
Beautiful faces, horrible voices.
Horrible voices, horrible self-awareness.
Honestly, meant for the television, not for radio.
Their voices are like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah, I agree. Daniel, I'm sorry, Jedediah.
Yeah, what's that, Jebediah?
I don't want to hear Daniel. I wanted to hear you.
What's that, Jebediah?
Tell me a story. I feel like you were gonna tell me a story. You got yourself done mixed up.
I can fall off the track sometimes. So, last episode, the boys may or may not have rushed into production a little too quickly.
Sometimes the people can't wait.
People can't wait. Every time that an episode's about to drop, they get, hey, where's the episode? Hey, where's the episode? So they have to do it quickly on basically no money. And we're actually here to do two things today. The first one is to talk about...
Hold on. I think... Is that an elevator suddenly appearing?
An elevator suddenly appeared, and we're getting on it right now.
Wow.
Jebediah, why don't you tell these fine folks what Acast Plus is?
Well, you see... Wow,
wait. Okay, now tell them.
All right, I'm sorry. Could have been a bad moment there if I hadn't had that sip. Wow, we're moving pretty fast on this elevator up to the top of the podcast charts.
Let's hope so.
Anyway, so if you're interested in getting more content from these two fine, beautiful-looking gentlemen, and you wanted to pay them for money, it's very easy. If you look at your podcast app and you look at the description and you see a link that says Acast Plus, you want to give us more money, you click on it and you'll see a multitude of options to give them money. Do you know what any of those options are? Maybe just pick your favorite.
I was going to say, we ain't going to go through all of them because it takes us longer to get through a sentence than a snail stuck in molasses. So we ain't going to talk about all of them, but we will tell you what the ideal situation is, the ideal tier is, and that is the our opinion is right here. That is $100 a year.
Not hateful.
Not hateful at all, especially if you make loads of cash. And I'm trying to think, you know who's going to be on blast today is Felipe Del Almeida.
On blast.
I think I said Del, but it's Day Almeida. On blast today. Give us money. Give us $100 a year.
Not too hard.
Not too shabby. And all the rest of you that these fine young boys have been putting on blast lately, just remember, even though I'm not going to mention you by name, that you are on blast.
On blast.
So go give this podcast money, and you get extra content like Jebediah said, including a little snippet of what we were just saying that got cut out because it got a little too frisky.
Wow, I think the elevator is maybe it's open. There it is. We're done. We're done.
Now let's get off.
We're not
we
done.
ain't done with. Now our second reason why we came here is because these boys were rushed in they missed an aspect of a restaurant.
And you know what you do when you miss an aspect.
You gotta play the fiddle and apologize.
That's right.
So the restaurant that they missed for last week's episode is Godfather's Pizza.
Now, Jedediah, I think that's your name.
It is.
I think I need another sip before I continue.
Well, you know what I'm going to say, Jebediah?
Well, all right. Yes, Jedediah.
I'm going to say that now that we introduced what their mistake was, that these boys need to own up by themselves.
I don't know. Are you sure you want to leave?
I think
I like the pace we're going right now.
It is 4:30 in the afternoon. It is past my bedtime, Jebediah.
Oh, you're right.
I had dinner 3 hours ago.
I know you have those early dinners.
Yeah.
And early bedtimes.
Oh, yeah.
That's very strange. See you guys.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. It wasn't even like they said bye or anything. They just walked out of the studio.
Jedediah just disappeared.
He was done. He was ready to go.
I think
sleep.
he just disintegrated. It was kind of like that movie where they just disappeared.
Yeah.
That really popular movie that I can't remember the name.
Yeah, Howard the Duck. So we forgot, or we didn't forget about Godfathers last week, but
Godfathers forgot about us.
Godfathers forgot about us. We didn't realize that Godfathers, though it is a sit-down place, they have express locations, which is super fast. You just get in, get out, you got your pizza.
That's fast pizza.
That's fast pizza. So what we're doing is we're going to amend for one of our cheats last week.
Yeah.
And we're going to...
Even listening to it back, I was like, this is a cheat.
This is probably the biggest cheat we ever did.
One of the biggest cheats of all time.
So we're going to bring...
Just 100%, not anything of our criteria, other than it was pizza.
Yeah, exactly. And we needed a last one. So we're going to bring California Pizza Kitchen and place it here at number 6 on this list.
But we'll talk about Godfathers.
We're going to talk about Godfathers. However, I'm going to throw something your way.
Oh, I'll throw it.
Let's put Godfathers. Let's switch it so that it's 6 on the other list as well.
I see.
Which would bump Domino's into top 5.
Yeah.
Do you agree with this?
I agree.
Okay, cool. So if any of you guys were super upset that Domino's didn't make the top 5 last week, it is now. But number 6 was Godfathers. So this is the weirdest switcheroo we've ever done, I think, to where we're talking about something that technically is supposed to be on last week's episode. We talked about the thing that's supposed to be on this week's episode last week. So if you want to know what our thoughts are in California Pizza Kitchen, go back, listen to last week's. And if you're mad, I don't know. We're talking about Godfathers.
So
what's your thoughts on it?
I've had it once,
Oh, really?
and it was like I got your guys' leftovers.
Did you come in late or something?
I can't remember. I think it was like Lindsay can't have gluten, and so we were like, we won't get any Godfathers. And we all went out to Godfathers as a family, and Lindsay just sat there, and then I just sat there because I felt bad.
You've had it twice then. We had it at your 48 house for my dad's birthday one time.
Did we?
Yeah. That was the time I thought you were.
I don't remember that time.
Okay.
I remember the time
That we went there.
Do
you like it?
I do like it. It feels, if I remember right, it's kind of like it's like a meaty pizza.
Yes. Yeah.
A meaty pizza.
Yeah. I think all the toppings go underneath the cheese.
Yeah.
It's one of those places. Yeah. And it's not deep dish, but it's bordering. It's kind of like, it's in between deep dish and traditional.
It's like a hand tossed pizza that they stuff to the top of the hand tossed crust.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's good though. I like it. They're not open on Mondays for some reason. It's a weird day to not be open.
Well,
I guess if you have a busy weekend and you just want a day off.
At least the amount of people coming.
But yeah, I like it a lot.
A little bit of like a mob boss.
A little bit. I like it. I like it for that reason. They need to play up that aspect of it more.
I think that at one point they did have
they have Marlon Brando up on the.
No, they had like the hand thing. It's like a marionette or something.
Oh,
as the logo.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, now it's just the slice.
Yeah, I'm sure they got
is like
sued.
Coming up for
they
maybe
definitely got sued by somebody. They're like, all right, we'll change it.
They shouldn't have though. Everyone should talk with like Italian, like thick Italian accents. You know,
a little more.
Gonna make you, do the
a little more pizza theater.
I would love it. Everybody talks like Marlon Brando from the Godfather movie. But yeah, it's good pizza. I think it fits snugly at number 6 on the fast pizzas.
What's your favorite part about it?
I just the style. I think I like that style of like thick toppings.
Yeah.
I think my least favorite part might be the sauce of it, actually.
It doesn't feel like a very saucy pizza.
Yeah, so you definitely, even if you're not an extra sauce type of person, you probably want to order extra sauce on it. It'll basically get you to like regular sauce territory.
I think I'm more of a sauce. Oh my gosh, my phone. Sauce on the side so that you can dip it. I like the dip.
Or maybe drizzle it on top.
No, I like the dip part.
You like the dip.
I like the dip. So then you get a perfect amount of sauce each time.
Okay. That's how, I like that sometimes too, but I'm usually dipping in ranch.
Yeah, if you're doing the Midwest ranch.
Yeah. Is that a Midwest thing? I wonder.
It's like an Ohio thing.
Okay.
It's a jacked up thing.
It's so good.
But it's good. It sucks how good it is.
Corey's like hardcore against it, I know.
It sucks how nasty and disgusting it is, but also tastes so very good.
So, Godfathers, if you're in the mood to feel like you're part of the mob, then go to Godfathers.
Okay.
And then and then CPK, good for this slot right now.
Go back an episode.
Okay, cool. I feel like we've righted or wrong, and both of the lists are how they should be now.
Yeah, it feels better.
So moving forward, what is number 5? I say it. And
do you know what it is?
I feel like 5 and 4 are interchangeable in my brain, but we had to go somewhere. So we're gonna say Lumalnati's,
which sounds like you're trying to say Illuminati.
Which maybe it is a.
Is it a joke?
I don't know.
I think it's a name. It's Mr. Lou Malnati. And
you've never had this one.
I don't know what this is.
It's basically Giordano's. There are like.
Speaking of that, that's number 4.
That's number 4. So I guess let's just talk about both of them because they're essentially almost the exact same thing. It's similar to Uno's.
Yeah, it's deep dish Chicago style pizza.
They're great. I've had Giordano's a couple times. I've only had Lou Malnati's once. And I think I can say that I like Giordano's more. Metzger
just like forced me to pet him. Give me pets now. Giordano's. I'm from Italy. It's pretty good. Nice Chicago style pizza. So when I had it, it was here in Dayton. I think I've had it in Chicago. I think I've had the actual Chicago one.
I'm jealous that you've gone to Chicago to have Chicago deep dish.
I went with Phil and John and Jordan.
Oh, that sounds like such a good trip.
It was a good trip. We went to go Chicago Music Exchange, which is a big giant. It's like 5,000 guitar centers in one.
Jeez.
But we also got pizza. It was really good.
Is that all that you guys ate? I could see that being a thing that Phil Wing would do. Like
that's exactly what
we're going to Chicago, so we're only eating deep dish.
Well, I mean, we just went for a day. I mean, we drove there and then came back.
Okay.
And so we got that for dinner, and it was great. Hey, you know what? We also went with another guy, and I sadly forget his name.
Okay. Sorry if you're listening to this and you remember this trip fondly.
He doesn't,
Okay.
He wouldn't dare listen to this podcast. Anyway, so the one in our neck of the woods, I did not have a good experience with, but Daniel, you seem to have liked it.
I like it. I've had it a couple times.
I mean, it's all the way up at number 4, so I hope you liked it.
Yeah. And then Lou Malnati's, I drove to Indianapolis to have. That's the closest one.
Okay.
Me, Olivia, and Andrew and Andrea went to
Andrea. Is that their mixed name?
Yeah. It's cute, but also is frustrating at times because sometimes you hear one and you think that you're
you have to wait till the end.
Yeah. So they're almost duplicates of one another. Like I can't imagine you being like a diehard fan of one and saying like, oh, don't go to Lou Malnati's. Giordano's is so much better, or vice versa.
I think I might only like Lou Malnati's more because I can say it.
See, I have a harder time saying Lou Malnati's than I do Giordano's.
Giordano's.
The R is before the D.
Oh, gosh. Giordano's.
Yeah.
Giordano's.
Yeah, and then the other one's like Lou Malnati's. If you know who Gabe Gundacker is, go watch his Lou Malnati's video. It's really funny. But both great. I really like deep dish, Chicago deep dish style.
I feel I got all this hair on me. I hate my dog. If somebody wants a dog, and we'll get them a good home.
Metzger, lay down.
You can have my dog.
Come here.
Daniel's already refused. He's a good dog. He's just not for me.
He's literally the sweetest dog in the world. He does shed a lot, though.
Yeah, so he doesn't get any love. So he's become very attached. It'll force you to pet him, apparently. If there's a person in the room, he's going to want pet. All right, so those are those.
I don't think he likes it in here.
He hates it. He hates that we're talking. I think that's what he hates. Anyway, so special guest Metzger. We call him Metzger Lamone.
Actually, that's his actual name.
I mean, as much as an actual name of a dog can have. He doesn't have a birth certificate.
Well, I thought you were making a joke about Lou Malnati's.
No. We do call him Metzger Lamone, like he's French or something. But it means the lemon.
Anyways, I feel like we haven't captured how good these places are. They're great. Both these places are fantastic. I love them. They're worth, like, I think we drove 2 hours for Lou Malnati's.
Yeah.
It was worth it.
Worth the drive.
It was worth the drive. And go out and try them. If you don't feel like you're a deep dish fan, try one of these two places, and I bet you'll switch over.
You'll become
like
one.
Yeah. Okay, so that's our number 5 and 4. Philip. Nope, I announced
that's
number
right.
3.
We tricked you.
Yeah. Number 3 is Pies and Pints.
That's right.
Explain what this is. I feel like you've had it more than I have.
Oh, well, it's a chain restaurant.
Yes.
That is mostly pizza based, but also has very good. This is sort of like, it kind of runs into the Uno's issue where it's got a lot of other stuff, including really good wings.
Oh,
anyway,
I've not tried their wings.
They're mostly a specialty type pizza. So one of my favorites is they have this like sriracha sauce shrimp pizza, which sounds disgusting.
That does sound really
It
gross.
sounds really gross, but man, is it good. But they also have really good, just a normal pizza, like a Daniel's special of pepperoni sausage,
Extra sauce.
extra sauce. Good crust. It's like a thin crust kind of joint. I think they're in squares.
Okay, I don't know. I've only ever had their rectangle.
That's what I mean.
Oh no, they
Sorry,
come in rectangle.
squared
I'm
off.
sorry, not rectangle, triangle.
Triangle.
I've only had their triangle.
Oh, that's a triangle pizza.
Triangle like slices.
Oh, circular pizza with triangles shapes.
Yeah, like a regular pizza. What are you
gotcha.
talking about?
You know what? I might be thinking of the gluten-free crust.
Oh, okay.
We used to live right by it, and we could get a gluten-free option for my wife.
My wife.
So that was good. They have a really good assortment of food,
Yeah.
and I like it all. Just good taste. It tastes like,
Tastes fresh.
yeah, it tastes upscale.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm getting something fancier than just a normal.
I feel like this and our next two places, I know people in my life read. My cousin is one of them. He's always like, I would much rather just have a delivery, like one of the delivery pizzas, like a Papa John's or something like that. And I can see that to some extent. I feel like this and our next two are like, these are the pizzas that are far and a way better quality wise than like the delivery style
It feels
places.
quality.
Feels quality.
You taste it and you're like, this is different.
Yeah.
This has got me.
It's like, oh, pizza can transcend and be great. Other than Pizza Hut stuffed crust.
Other than that, nothing can beat it.
Yeah, no, I think if you're like me, if you have a Daniel palate, we need to say like a Daniel palate or a Philip palate.
Okay, yeah.
Because Philip palate is like,
Sriracha's pizza with.
well, Philip palate, you'll eat anything except for corn.
I like corn.
Yeah, but you don't love it.
Actually, I just told my wife that she for my birthday she's gonna make some cornbread, which is corn.
Yeah,
and it's one of my favorite things.
I think cornbread's the best thing that comes from corn.
Yeah, so lay off me. I do like corn. All right, so my palate versus your palate.
Yeah, so if you have a Daniel palate and you go to Pies and Pints, get just a basic thing, because the first time I went with a friend and he was like, oh, you got to try Pies and Pints. It's great. And he ordered some weird thing.
Yeah.
And I ate it. I was like, this is disgusting. Like, why? This isn't even pizza. So I went years. Years,
You didn't even
Philip,
try it.
with thinking Pies and Pints is bad.
That sucks.
Me and Corey went out in January.
Corey's got a Daniel palate.
I think he's somewhere in between, but he definitely did get, when we met up, he got a Daniel order.
Yeah.
We got Pies and Pints because he was like, let's do Pies and Pints. I was like, okay. Went, got my order. I was like, oh, this is what I've been missing out on with
This
Pies
is
and
a
Pints.
very good pizza.
So it's good, and it's good left over.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't eat my whole pizza, and I had it for lunch the next day. Good stuff.
Hard for me to not have a whole pizza.
It was big. It was a big pizza.
Still hard for me.
What's number 2, Philip?
It is. I tried to memorize it. Why do I already forget? It is the mellow mushroom.
Yes. So our number 2 and 1 are very close as well, just like our 4 and 5.
Yeah.
But we did make an executive decision together.
Yes.
That mellow mushroom is 2. Mellow mushroom's great.
But yeah, it's good. It's everywhere.
Yeah, it's more popular than I thought it was.
So there was a while where any place that my wife and I went, we would get a mellow mushroom.
It's a fun little
It's a fun little thing, but then we were like, well, but if we're gonna go somewhere, we should go somewhere that's like local.
Sure.
What are we thinking? So then we changed our minds.
But it was a fun little thing for a
It was
little
a
while.
fun little thing for a while. It's really, really good pizza.
Yeah.
We did talk about how it's a little expensive.
It is a little bit.
A little expensive.
Yeah.
Okay. So get your wallets ready. It's worth
Save
it.
up.
Save up a couple cash monies. And you'll be fine. But it's good pizza. Got good toppings. Also, it does have some specialty stuff that I like.
Okay.
They also, every location has their own, like they have one pizza that's special to that store.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. See, I like that type of stuff.
Me too.
I love like local things, which we may or may not get into next week. But I love like, I just love the thought of like, this is our thing.
Yeah.
You know?
You can't get this anywhere else.
Yeah.
And we love this thing, and we're going to do it the right way.
I really like that.
Me too.
In establishments. Also, we haven't talked about themes really, except for Godfathers. The theme here is getting high.
Getting super high on mushrooms.
On mushrooms, yeah. Their mascot is a mushroom. I think his name is Mel O. Mushroom.
Yeah, I bet he is. Probably what somebody on mushrooms thought was really a good idea.
Yeah. Well, that's definitely a Philip name. Like that's like a pun that you would come up with.
Yeah, I wonder why I don't take mushrooms.
What do you? Is someone calling you?
No, I was gonna look up something.
Okay. Yeah. So and they have like tons of like 420 stuff all around. All their like decorations are like psychedelical looking and stuff.
It's like if you put a black light on it, like the whole place would be lit up.
Yeah, exactly.
They were founded in 1974 in Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh man, I wish it was the 60s.
I know. The franchise operated under Homegrown Industries. Nobody cares about that. Mellow Mushroom is a state of mind, a culture, a way of being. Our mission is to provide delicious food and fun, creative environment. Nothing. What's weird is that there's nothing about
like their history.
High, which I was,
you're hoping there'd be puns and stuff in there.
Yeah, nothing
statement.
About the mushrooms.
I think it's just implied. It's like, hey,
they probably don't want to get in trouble.
Probably not.
Hey, don't do drugs. Just a little FYI from us. Don't do drugs.
From wise words of Philip. Don't do drugs.
I don't do drugs, and I've never had mushrooms. And nor do
the more you say this,
it's weird how like the more you deny it, the more people
it seems
think
like
that you probably
did. They also have pretzel bites here as like an appetizer.
Oh, stuffed ones?
It's no, it's like pretzel bites, but they come with beer batter cheese or beer cheese, not batter, just beer cheese. And very good. Although when you go to Mel Mushroom, the pizza's a lot, and you're like, I don't know if I could.
You can't, yeah.
An appetizer as well, but I have before.
And
before the market crash.
Did you regret it? Did you regret getting the extra?
The person I went with was like, they're like, we have to get the pretzel bites. All right.
Wow.
So
demanding.
Ouch.
Whoa. It sounds like also your back is cracking along with the chair.
So yeah, Mel Mushroom. If you've never tried it, go out and try it.
Do you get your usual there?
I get my usual.
They have a good buffalo chicken pizza.
So here's something that I've realized lately, Philip. Mm-hmm. With food, with restaurants.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have a different order at every restaurant.
Okay.
I don't want it to have any overlap.
I see.
At restaurants.
So you're trying to learn how to do this.
Well, the exception is pizza.
Okay.
So pizza, I'm like, I got my order. I've perfected like my taste bud on pizza.
Okay.
And I'm going to stick with that. But if I like want to get a sub,
I see.
I want to go to a different sub place and know like, here I'm getting an Italian sub.
This is the best Italian sub you can get.
Yeah. Here I'm going to get, so like I've heard Jersey Mike's has a really good Philly cheesesteak. So I think I'm going to make that my Philly cheesesteak place. Penn Station's my pizza sub place.
It's funny. I would have thought the Penn Station would have a better Philly cheese.
I would do that if I didn't love their pizza sub so much. So that's my new burgers. It's like, Steak and Shake's got a Western barbecue and bacon that I love. That'll be that. Order from there. From Five Guys, I got my order there. You know what I mean? Like
a burger.
No, at Five Guys, I get like A1 on it.
You do?
Yeah.
On your burger?
It's so good. I get pickle, I get lettuce, cheese, bacon,
And A1.
and A1 and ketchup.
I feel like the best part about. Anyway, we're not talking about this.
Yeah, no. So that's my new like outlook on restaurants, except for pizza.
Okay, interesting choice.
Yeah, pizza. I've cracked my code,
I see.
and I'll continue to get what I want.
Maybe
at pizza places.
the only code that I've cracked is that I love Pizza Hut
Everything.
stuffed crust.
Oh, that's your go-to.
What's number one?
Number one. Let's say it together.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Dewey's. Dewey's is probably my second favorite pizza place.
Oh, excuse you. Oh, I see.
Overall.
I was like, well, why is it at number one? Is what I was about to say.
Yeah, no, sorry. Because my number one that didn't fit into this list or last week's list. Maybe it'll fit into next week's list.
Who knows?
But yeah, so Dewey's is top notch. I
Great.
love it.
Good quality. Oh, so the reason, okay.
Yeah.
Dewey's is everything that Mellow Mushroom is,
Yeah.
except it has better crust.
Yes. Yeah, they're pretty even on most things.
Oh, also cheaper.
They're a little cheaper. And and I don't know if they do this at Melon Mushroom. I've never tried. But at Dewey's, they will do a half and half pizza where the sauce is half and half.
Explain.
Explain
yourself.
Me and Ethan, we used to go out on bro dates
Yeah.
together. Now we're both married and we don't have time anymore. But when we were in high school, we did lots of bro dates.
Uh-huh.
And we would get a half and half pizza where my half was red sauce and his half was white sauce.
Oh. Yeah.
A lot of pizza places they'll do half and half toppings.
Oh, they won't change the sauce up, huh?
A lot of I have not run into this many different places. Well, they'll do half and half sauce.
Those people are idiots. It's so
Dewey's-
easy to do half and half sauce.
Dewey's is the only one that I can think of off the top of my head that does it.
Interesting.
So kudos to them for that.
Yeah.
Kudos to them for just tastes dancing on my tongue.
There's the clickety clack.
Yeah, sorry about Metzger this week. Lay down.
Go to sleep. I might put you to sleep. I will say that I dig the atmosphere of Mellow Mushroom more.
I just farted.
Metzger. What am I gonna do with you?
Yes, I agree. I dig Mel Mushroom's atmosphere more.
But Dewey's just tastes better.
Yeah, Dewey's has kind of like a newish, almost like hipster vibe, where it's like
but
industrial feeling.
Yeah, maybe it's just our locations, but it just doesn't. It's not cool enough.
I agree.
On,
To be a
Dewey's.
hipster.
Yeah.
I see.
Come on, Dewey's, do better. Dewey's better.
Yeah, it's almost like a warehouse, almost.
Yeah,
Although I do like that you can see them kneading the dough
I do like the
through
glass.
the window.
Yeah, that's my pizza.
I also like that you don't have just one waiter.
Yeah, they kind of just swap.
It's just like whoever is available to go to whatever table goes to it. And I like that.
Yeah,
It helps
efficient.
tipping. Like tipping, I'm sure is a lot of fun being a waiter there because like I get an equal share no matter what.
That's right. It's kind of a communist type of.
I guess
place,
so, a little bit. But yeah, I think it edges out Mellow Mushroom. I would give Dewey's an A+. I think I'd give Mellow either an A or A-.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that's that.
Took me a while to figure out what you
It's
just
okay.
said.
It's
I don't
all right.
know why.
It's because you're really tired right now. I can tell.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
hitting my limits.
so
I
that's
got up early
that's okay.
and I played guitar at church.
I ain't mad at you.
And my son was up all night.
Oh, was he?
I mean, he was just talking. He's just awake. Just like laying down, just, like all happy. I'm like, I can't go in there and be mad at you.
Yeah.
Like, go to
yeah.
sleep, son.
Our freaking cat last night
Yeah.
was just like he likes to. You know how cats will do like the scratching posts.
I don't know anything about cats.
You know what a scratching post is?
Yeah, I've seen them.
It's so that they can like dig their nails in and like
Oh.
pull it out.
Oh.
but we don't have one, so he's been doing it in our carpet.
Oh no!
It's not messed. It's not ruining the carpet
For now.
for now.
Does he have? Is he declawed?
No, he's not.
Oh.
So he does that in the middle of the night. And so I was wake up like, I'm like, Miko, shut up. Last night I yelled at him and there was no change. And I like looked up. He was like at the foot of our bed on the ground, and I could see him. And off to my side was my pajama pants.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed those and like
Whipped it on him?
I didn't like hit him, but I just like I wanted him to think that I was throwing something at him, but I still held on to it.
Yeah.
And he darted out of the room really quickly. So that gave me a little bit more time. And then not too long after that, he came and jumped on the bed. So
Don't you have like a giant fan blowing on you all night?
yeah.
Doesn't that drown out the noise?
No.
Jeez.
I think to me that is the noise of the room now.
I see.
So
Anything
there's
extra.
Yeah. Anyway, Stewie's Pizza, number one,
goods
dine in,
pizza.
sit down place.
Go there ASAP.
Yeah. Our top 5. Honestly, anyone on this list except for maybe Cece's. If you never had it, go try
Don't
it.
go to CC's. Don't go there. Just go to any of our honorable mentions.
Yeah, go try those out. I guess if you have a doctor that tells you need to go all out with your diet, go to CC's, but they will kick you out after 20 slices.
That's right. 22 slices.
22 slices, yes. Anything else?
Dewey's is the best, and we're the best.
Well, hold on. I think it's we're the best, you're the best, we're the best, and Dewey's is the best.
No, I took out that they're the best.
Okay, that's just...
Dewey's is the best, and we're the best.
You can never be perfect, but you can always be better. We love you. Oh, Metzger.